incense stick, so that goes nicely with the incense. Start again.
Oh, just keep rolling.
Okay.
It can be your blooper.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Greetings and salutations. My name is Oracult and welcome back to my channel. To those of you who've watched my previous video and subscribed, thank you very much for that. And to anyone who's just found this channel, you're very welcome and hopefully you will like what you see. I have sort of an unboxing, but more like going through what's in the box, because I did unbox it. It's quite a large box, as you can see. This is called the Magic box, and it is from a subscription box here in New Zealand that's empty at the moment because all the items are here for me to show you. And this box is done by Apothecary MAGICKA, which is dedicated to providing sort of everything for your witchy and pagan needs. And this is probably the only box I found so far in New Zealand that's a subscription box for this kind of thing. I constantly watch people on YouTube do these unboxings of various different types of brands, like Wish Casket, etc., from the UK and the States, but to ship here in COVID times with COVID rates is quite, well, not feasible for me, so I was pleased to find something local. Now, the boxes themselves don't actually ship internationally, but everything you see in here, well, most of the items you see in here can be shipped separately from this website. And let me tell you a little bit about the brand. So this is run by a lovely light worker named Amy from Foxton in New Zealand, which is a very small town, but a very lovely one. She wants to empower you to live your best life, enhance your healing, and feel great with easy everyday magic. Carefully crafted and selected talismans, crystals, jewelry, and ritual self-care items for you to DIY magic and crystal healing. Amy is a Reiki master, a crystal healer, a light worker, and visual artist. She's been practicing white magic for 2 decades and is an eclectic witch. So there you have it. That's just a brief story of the brand, but I will put a link down below, and she does ship internationally in general. So not just the boxes, but other stuff. So without further ado, let's go through what is actually in the box, and there's a whole list here, so we can go item by item, and I will do close-ups and tell you a little bit about these items in more detail. But in general, so this box is all around the wheel of the year, which is the pagan calendar, so to speak, and it has 8 festivals that happen annually, which are also known as the Sabbats. So this month's box, which is April, is dedicated to something that's spelled as Samhain but actually pronounced Samhain, and this is odd for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere because usually this is Halloween. However, because we're in the Southern Hemisphere, and our autumn is just in, well, blossom, or rather in decay, depends on how you look at it now, this actually falls into May. So hence we get these boxes here, so it's really cool that it's actually seasonal to our seasons as well. So the first item is the Samhain Lady Incense Holder. It's absolutely beautiful, and I will show you a close-up of this now. She is a cinnamon salt dough incense holder with garnet eyes that should last you through the winter, provided you don't get it wet or damp. She represents the last of the harvest and can be burnt or buried at the end of winter. It is not coated with anything, so she's very environmentally friendly and temporary, much like our seasons and the cycle of life and death. So the next 2 items are these cute little jars with herbs. So one is Damiana and one is Wormwood. So I'll show you close-ups of these while I talk about them. and the wormwood is something that's actually used in absinthe. In fact, wormwood apparently is the one that's responsible for why one can see the green fairy when drinking it. Not surprisingly, it's not safe to handle when pregnant and needs to be kept well away from kids and pets. It can be burnt or added to jars, poppets, etc. It's great for divination work, calling spirits, and it's protective. Then we have Damiana, which is also a great herb for divination and also love and lust work. Not recommended to handle when pregnant either. Many ways to use it include incense burning, jars, poppets, soaps, sprinkles, etc. And you can add it to your bath before you do your dowsing if you like as well. And the next item we have here is the biggest item in the box, which is this lovely wooden spoon. It is called the Triple Moon Harvest Spoon, and it has the triple moon burned into its back. So again, we'll do a close-up now. The apple represents the full moon, and the thyme on either side are the first and last quarter moons. This is food-safe beechwood, so you can use this in your kitchen and easily add magic to your food, and it's not too obvious if you're not out of the broom closet yet, says Amy. Amy also used one of these when she made the incense holder. And of course, this is hand wash only, because you don't want to remove that magic, do you? And then we have item number 4, which is this lovely pentacle necklace, which is really, really pretty. I really like it. And it comes with a little description of what it does and what it is. So the pentacle is a very protective symbol. Wearing it provides you with magical protection. You can add an extra layer of protection by consecrating it, or charging or blessing it with your intent. You can actually do this with any object and any intent to create your own talisman, although technically this is an amulet, so its purpose is to protect. And we can see that the necklace is a double-sided alloy pendant on a braided imitation leather cord. You can consecrate your pentacle during your divination spell, just after lighting your candle and incense for an extra layer of protection. If you've not worn a pentacle everywhere before, be prepared to hear merry meet with a big smile when you least expect it. There's a tip there from Amy for you. I don't think I've tried it. I need to test it out and report back. So another little item that was in the box was this lovely velvet pouch. And inside it, what we have is this beautiful amethyst pendulum. Absolutely beautiful. And then it also had this selenite crystal. So we'll talk about them during close-ups again. There is a sheet in the box with detailed instructions on use for both these items. In a nutshell, the amethyst pendulum is the main act in the box. Dowsing with the pendulum requires most items in the box, as it is the key to the divination spell. It is on a 20 cm silver-toned iron chain with a protective black frosted agate bead on the other end of it, which is handy for holding. The crystal is an orange satin spar selenite stick and is used to protect and cleanse the pendulum. And that is still not all, folks. There's still more stuff in here. One of them is this protection and divination candle. It smells quite nice. I love candles. I'm really drawn to candles and crystals and things like that. And this one has both of those. The crystals used here are black obsidian and amethyst for protection and enhancing divination. You can also remove the crystals before you light the candle, and there are also some safety instructions provided with these with regards to the crystals and the wick and the length of it, etc., and how long to burn this for. So, excellent item. I will definitely be using this because, well, I love candles. Another item in the box is this cinnamon incense stick, and it goes with the holder, so that's a good match there. And then there's quite a lot of different paperwork. So these two are little scrolls with spell instructions. One is the white light protective bubble. And the second one is circle casting into. And both of these come in this beautiful power shell, which is very, very symbolic of New Zealand, alongside the kiwi bird, so to speak. And basically it's a home of a shellfish. The shellfish that lives here is also known to the outside world as abalone, and it's quite delicious. So that's the story of that, and it's just absolutely beautiful, the colors on this. So that's pretty much with all the items in the box. However, that's still not all. We also get quite a few papers. So I'll go through some of these. So you get a little introductory offer from Josh at Binders Keepers, which is a shop in Christchurch that would bind your books and journals, and they do wood covers and special editions and things like that. So that's pretty cool. So there's a $10 off voucher there. There's a recipe for soul cakes. So that's a very sort of Samhain type of thing to do as well, to honor the dead. Then there is an instruction of working with the pendulum, which is quite detailed, as well as these 2 sheets of paper here. And this is very, very interesting. This is around foods, herbs, incense, and crystals, which will tell you protective qualities and which ones to use, and psychic abilities and intuition enhancing, and which ones to use for what. I'm quite interested in this because I really do want to start a little herb garden, and I'm really interested to find out more about herbs and their qualities apart from just being delicious. So that will be quite handy for me to have a look at. So that is, I think, pretty much the whole thing. So, working backwards from that, let's go through all the items again. So we have lots of paperwork. So again, just briefly, herbs, foods, crystals, incense, various qualities of those. We have the soul cake recipe. We have how to work with your pendulum. Then of course we have the pendulum itself, the selenite, which is used to clean the pendulum, and the little beautiful velvet pouch for it. We have the wooden spoon. We have the 2 spell scrolls in the shell. We have the cinnamon incense stick. We have the little candle with the crystals for divination. We have the 2 herbs, again useful for divination. We have the $10 voucher for the bookbinders. We have the lovely pentacle necklace with information about it. We have the incense holder, and we have the most adorable thing ever, which is a little doe skull. Just for the reason, because it says you can't have a Samhain box without a skull, and I don't think you can have any box without a skull, really. So that's that, and we have an adorable personal note saying, "Hope you love the box," which I do. And we have the long description of just about everything that partly I've read, and again, sort of focusing on what the box is about. It's divination, sprinkling of kitchen witchery, and yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. So that was all for this Festival Sabbaths box for Samhain. I think that it's an amazing box with quite a few interesting things in it. So if you're in New Zealand and you're interested, I will put all the links and shipping information down below, and if you're not in New Zealand but still want to check out the site and see if there's any separate items that you're interested in, that will all be listed down as well. I will definitely be carrying on with these boxes because I'm quite interested in all the other parts of the year and solstices and pagan rituals. yeah, thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Again, any comments, questions, anything like that, please ask in the comments. I'll be happy to interact with you, and any constructive criticism is also welcome. Again, apologies, I'm quite new to this, so I hope it's not too long, but I did want to go through in detail of what's in the box, because it's all very new and interesting to me as well. So yeah, thanks again for watching. If you like the video, please like it down below, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and hope you have a pleasant time of the day wherever you are, and salutations again.